Hello everyone, good morning. We're going to start on the floor today. So if you can get all the support that you might need with you. You can have a blanket, a strap, blocks like I have. So anything that you might need, you can go get it now. And then we are going to start onto our toes and just start the breath here, arriving in our practice. Just as I'm sitting here, remember we always use props if you need to. So if you want to put the cushion under your bum as you sit here, it's fine. If you can't sit like this, I told you, you can come just here and just hold it there, but try to push the toes as much as you can manage. Most of us can't find this ball of the foot here, so just see how you get on. And then as you're sitting here, we're gonna just rotate the shoulders back, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Raising the abs, lifting the elbows. Keep rotating the shoulders in through the nose, out through the nose. And then you can go all the way back and forwards. And see if you need a little break, and you can just come off the feet and go back onto them again. This time I'm just gonna circle one arm, palm to the face, palm away from the face. I'm getting it as straight as possible as I turn. So turning my torso and warming up my spine. And using my core muscles here one more time. And then we do the other side. Couple more times. And one last time. Again, relax. So now we get to the front of the feet, and we can tap the toes like this and try to sit onto the heels in this way. This is again very difficult. You can have your blocks with you just to take the pressure off. You can lift the knees up and hold on to the floor, or if you're okay, you can grab the knees and hold here. So this is the ankle stretch. And take deep breaths. As I said, if it's too difficult for you, using your arms to lift here, engaging the core muscles already, we are deepening the breath. You might have a cushion under the bum here. You might have blankets under the feet. So make sure you find things that you need and use them. And then we come down, and I'm just gonna go into the kneeling position. So in the camel pose, I engage my core, my bum, and just take my wrists and take them over my head. Squeeze the elbows and try to keep your ribs closed. I'm leading with my right thumb on over the left. So I'm leading with the right hand basically, and then I'm gonna change it and try to lead with the left hand. You're making this figure of 8 shape. The higher the arms can go, the harder it's going to feel, because you're getting to stretch the shoulders here too. I'm trying to bring it behind me now. If you find your neck is tensing too much, keep the arms in the front, okay? And one last time, and then we relax. Just open and close in the front of the body. Then you can sit down, and then come back up, and sit down, and come back up, and sit down. I'm still using my hands and using my glutes, my quadriceps. One more. And relax my hands, get the hips forwards. So don't push too far too quickly. Shoulders back and down, and press the hips forwards. Breathe. Elongating your body up. Now start connecting with the stomach muscles here. I need to squeeze my bum hard so that my back doesn't hurt me. We are not trying to push the spine out of alignment. You need to keep the alignment so you feel that neck muscles lifting up inside of you. And then we can come down, counterbalancing with the hands above, and you're gonna go onto this high child's pose, starting with the forehead on the floor, palms pushing down, my elbows off the floor, so my shoulders are still stretching. push your palms, tuck the elbows in. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Now we can get the hands under the chest. We're gonna come along to the cat and cow, but I'm just gonna use the knees together here so I can push into this core a little bit more. So I bring my knee to my chin and lift up on the inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And then change. Remember to keep the arms straight and brace the core. Curve your spine so far. You're bracing the abs. As you inhale, you lift the chin up and look up, still keeping the arms straight and strong under your body. And then relax. Then you can separate the knees if that feels more comfortable for you now. And you can put blocks under your hands or go onto your knuckles if you have issues with your wrists here, so don't forget. Now I keep my arms straight, push my chest around. Turning my mid spine here. My head just goes the way it was to go. I don't lead with my neck, I'm leading with my chest and ribs. Now the other way around. Time. Then just go look over your shoulder, try to see your tailbone, and then the other side, so your bum goes the same direction as the neck, and you're trying to see over your shoulder and behind you. So you're doing this side to side movement on the sides of the body. The spine is going in like a snake on the floor. And then relax. That's it. Now we're gonna go back with the arms, back with the bum, and pushing the palms and the elbows on the floor. Then I'm gonna go over my arms and press and back, down, forwards and press. Try not to lead with your stronger arm because it will want to. So go over your arms and press up. Elbows down. Look to your hands. Move the chest forward. Then push back. Elbows down, look forwards, move forwards and push. Now reverse. Chest down, elbows down, back and straight up. Chest down, elbows down, back and straight up. Chest down, elbows down, back and straight up, and chest down, elbows down, back. One more time. And then we relax here. Then we're just gonna go into the chaturanga, but bring your knees together. So we want to do the same thing. This time we're not gonna rest the elbows. That was good for your shoulder mobility there. So we're just gonna come forwards and pull the belly in, chin and chest down. Find the center. If you're not comfortable, bring your cushion under your chest, okay? Then now try to lift the right leg up. Your back should not be hurting you here. Now try to push up and then back down and relax. And roll the spine. Bring it to chaturanga again. This time we're going to chin and chest down on the floor. Pull the belly in. Get in the position where you can control the movement so your back doesn't hurt. Make sure your shoulders are not clenching your neck. So your elbows pulling back, shoulders are back. Now push with the arms. And come back and relax. Even though we're doing smaller movements, they're very effective because you're really getting to the right muscles. So you have less margin for error there. relax a little bit more. Then we can come up again. We're gonna just go to it one more time. This time when we go to it, we try to keep it off the floor. So you're on the arms, just the arms holding you, so that you can lift the bottom knee. And bring the knee down, push up, and relax. It's hard, so you can start with the chest and chin on the floor here, so don't force the body beyond your ability. So we can come again and hold, brace your core. Lift the leg. See whether you can lift the other leg. Push up and bring it back. You see, I'm struggling. I went on the front of my foot. You could have gone onto your toes, remember. Pull the shoulders back and down here as you're resting. Just gonna go onto the knees. You can cushion your knees with your blanket. Bring the crown of the head on the floor. So the crown is not there. This is the top of the head. So it's almost like the back of the crown. Is the front bit here between the forehead and halfway down to the skull, middle of the skull, okay? So that's the part we put down. And when we put it on the floor, you can cushion it, but you need to keep the arms strong. We already worked with them, so you know that your arms can help you like that. So you don't have to put all your body pressure here. You can have the hands help you. But I want you to find the crown of the head and try to relax your shoulders back, so open the elbows. So you're feeling the shoulder blades behind you, and you're slowly learning how to put your head on the ground. Some people don't like going on the headstand. You need to start realizing what the headstand does. So we're just gonna find it here. If you feel you can interlace your fingers and pull the arms back. This is the aerobic pose. We are trying to pull the shoulders back, engaging your core so there is no tension in the neck. And then we sit back and then relax the arms in balasana. And relax your neck. Check to see there is no tension. And then we can go onto hands and knees again. This time we're just gonna go open the legs wide if you want. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna lift my right arm up, and then I'm gonna tread it under. Actually, I'm going to start with the left. I just realized you can't really see me much from when I turn. You're going to look up to your hand, and then you're going to look up to your hand and down to your hands here. So you're in the shoulder. This is level by level. So we're going to go into this pose, just stretching your arm out. So you're pulling this elbow out, so that your shoulders are over each other when you're twisting your body and looking to the ceiling. As I did this, do you see my knee lifted already because I push my hip over hip a bit more. So the bottom knee helps me stabilize. And now I still have my shoulder here. If it's too much to have the arms straight, you can have the arms bent. Yeah, that can help, and you'll have the hand on the floor. So you have all these options. So, and then you can lift the leg up. So you don't have to go beyond your ability. And if you feel you can lift a hand here, you add that on, but this is a lot of challenge. So you don't want to do what you can't do. If you're going to fall over, please keep the hand down on the floor. If you grab the foot here, well done you. But this is a lot of focus I'm taking on this side to try to stay there. And I'm going to bend this arm. Shoulders back, belly braced. Breathe, breathe, breathe. To come out, just let go of the woohoo. Did you see how I felt? The head should have come down first. There you go. I like the fact that you see me making mistakes. So from here, it should have been the neck down, then I arm down and the leg up. Then I could have done it much easier. So get the knees together. I hope you didn't fall. If you're falling, your body kind of protects your neck anyway, so you always keep it off the floor and just tuck your body forwards. So now we're going to try to come down and try to stretch here. Still trying to get my shoulder on the floor. When I went so far that shoulder doesn't go as much, I'm trying to turn my spine. Gonna get my hands together and sit here. So, if you can't sit like me, you're gonna find a position where you can be. If you manage to sit And you're pushing the elbows together and looking over, so you're getting a good twist through the spine. Elongate your neck. You can have the hips up, and you could be up here, right? So using your core, nevertheless. See how we get on. And I'm going to sit and just turn my body this way, wherever you can go. Wait for the body to kind of revolve and open, and then look back, and then we open and look back, we open. Then we're gonna try the lift. If you can't lift this far, it doesn't matter, so you can use your block behind you any size you want, so you can go up and try to stretch on the side. Make sure you're not pushing too far beyond your ability. Easiest option would be holding here and going on the camel pose that way. Okay, just see how you feel. I'm quite okay to stay there for now. And then I'm gonna go with the arms down to the side. I'm still staying on this twist, but I'm gonna lift this foot. Okay, just staying with this leg nice and closed, and open twist here. So I want this knee to lift over my elbow. So you can actually use blocks that's kind of much easier, even though you think, oh God, I have to lift now higher. But it gives you more space, because most of you can't sit this close, can you? So it gives you more space when you put the hands. So it's easier for you to bring that knee up. And you can use the elbow on the other hip, and you're here on the side crew. So again, I'm gonna break it down. So you can sit like this foot's turned, so that you can push onto it to lift the bum up. When you're lifting, you're using through the belly muscles, and you can find this hip there first, because that can help you lift. Most of people can't do this, okay? So then you can just hold here, do you see? And you're squeezing your sides. Here, breathing in, one more time, lift, and try to find that side, and then the other side kind of settles in easier. Then you look forwards to keep your head balancing your body, and then we come down and kneel down. Again, back to the toe stretch. Just relax your wrists. Even if you use the blocks, your wrists get a lot of tension, because you're trying to get in the position. That's the last thing you pay attention, is the wrists. So we want to stretch them. And then we just go back to the rabbit pose again. I'm going to quickly turn around, so when we get to the side lifts, you can see me still. So remember, the knees are close together. You get to the front of the crown. I'm going to now keep the head there. Get in the position where my shoulders are pulling back, so they're not crunching my neck. So you don't have to lift your hands here, but if you want to change the thumb over and just lift again, and you can do that. That's preparing your shoulders also. Then I come down to Balasana, relaxing my arms. Try to squeeze your belly up. Every time you're exhaling, there's a chance to use your core muscles. Then you can bring the hands forwards, lifting up on all fours. Lift the opposite arm. Look up towards it, and exhale. We're gonna go all the way to the side, shoulder. Again, you gotta find a position you can keep. So don't go where you can't go. I'm turning my neck first to see whether I can manage this. I fell on the other side, as you know. So just don't follow me. Just find your own. You need to get the shoulder on the floor. Then you're turning the neck, which is the hardest. You can look to your hands for easier option. And I lift my leg up, but my core is holding me here. Breathe. Then I can, you see, I'm already falling on this side. So if you want, you can keep your eyes to the head and try to grab the knee, but you don't have to grab the knees. A lot of tension there, a lot of focus. mental focus. Your arm needs to hold you down. So turn your eyes to the hand on the floor, then get the hand. Then you can take the leg, and then you come back to this stretch here and try to sit. You might not be able to sit. You might have to keep your body up, yeah? And find the shoulder, it doesn't matter. You're still doing the same stretch. If you turn your neck, you'll get the twist much better. So you can keep your shoulders over each other. And then you can just try to get the hands together and just find your twist and keep looking over your shoulder. This side is much harder for me. My bulging disc makes it very difficult. It bulges out onto the right. So I can't really twist to the left as easily as I can otherwise. So you just have to know your bits that you need to look after. Send your well-wishing thoughts to the muscles and the areas that you need to keep safe. Do not force beyond your ability. Good. And then we can come up gently. You're just gonna stay here and look behind you. Just keep looking behind because it's gonna keep the twists more and more and more. Remember the lift we've done. You can grab the block here also. And I'm gonna just use my arm to open a bit. Just release and see everything is okay. There you go, and then when I'm ready, I'm gonna push up. You don't have to extend the arm, but if you do, it's going to feel much more difficult. Your hips are stretching here, your quadriceps stretching. And then we come down. Again, stay here. I lift this foot forwards. I'm going to use my blocks again. Again, think about aligning the elbows with the knee and the hip. You can think about lifting the hip first, getting onto the foot, and then placing the knee. Because if you lead with the knee, you might not find the hip in the right place. You're just going to try it a few times. Because it doesn't always happen that easily, because you need to kind of squeeze these ribs here. So you need to learn to breathe and open space for your organs to fit in when you're squeezing your belly and you're pushing the arm nice and straight. Then you look ahead with the head so you can balance your body here. And then we can come down. And then stay here. Again, we sit on the toes. Let's sit on the ankles to stretch. Get your wrists stretching out. Maybe push the palms away and into the hero pose. You can sit on a block or you sit between the legs straight away like this. You can just catch your breath. Pump the stomach. We haven't done one downward facing dog today. And you can tell, you know, there's a lot of different poses in yoga. You don't always have to do sun salutations and jumps, and downward facing dogs work hard. So remember to try to work all of the body, not just one pose, so you can get more balance everywhere. Now we're gonna just take the hands behind, rest the head and open the elbows again. All the lifts from the floor is super, super hard. So your arms and your shoulders get tense. So let's stretch them and push the palms away here. This is another good stretch for your wrist. So you can go circle the arms, pushing the palms away. And the other way around. Good. Now we're gonna just go into the Lolasana. I've been putting these in the past month. So if you've been following, you can notice that it gets easier. From this pose, we're on the front of the toes. I get the blocks just halfway through my thigh and bring my knees up to my chest. And after we've done the side crow, this is not so difficult because we already prepared all the seated positions. but try to pull your belly in. If you can't lift off the floor, get your arms straight and go to the front of the feet or your toes even. I don't really mind. So what you can do is round your spine and look forwards with the eyes, and then you can just see where you can bring your legs through. It might not happen. Let's go back and try again. So take your legs back and normal again. It's the moment of balance. So how do you make your body that much space for your legs to go? You straighten the elbows so that lifts, and you round your shoulders. You squeeze your elbows and you're bracing the core. This is it. You're doing it. And your hands behind knees. You can't have it in front. You can. Some people do. You see the super yogis where they can lift from there. But I can't. I'm going to lift from here. So this is how I start. Then you can stay with one foot, other foot, and breathe. And then you try to tidy up through the ankles and come back. Hopefully it's getting there. Oh, look at the time. So we don't have that much to do now. So let's try to counterbalance all those lifts with the tabletop. You don't have to go full legs, but your shoulders are warm now. So if you want to have a go and try the feet and shoulders back, breathe. Then I'm going to pull my bum back here. Yes, try to stay up off the floor. And I have to open more space. And try to see whether you can lift the legs. And then sit back down. Good. Quick develop. I'm going to stretch your hips here so you're getting the box pose. So don't put your feet on top of each other. Just cross the shins. Try to get the feet parallel with the hips like that. Then it's easier to come to the front. You can cushion your knees if you want with the blocks, if you're too tight, or you just go bring the blocks in the front and try to relax here. And breathe. Even though we haven't lifted off the floor to stand up once, we've done a lot of pushing off the floor. So you used your body against the gravity, but now try to ground it. Because you're on the floor, you can feel the hips ground. All the leftover electricity from your body drain out onto the ground. Sigh a couple more times. Allow your body to fully detox. And then we can come up and change the front shin. So you're getting the other leg like that. And maybe this is gonna get better. So if you feel like you can go further, you go further. Get yourself in a position where you can feel the hips stretching. And if you have more time, you can just stay here longer and go into your meditations because you're so super ready. If you're needing to go back to work, so you need to come up. Slowly lift the hands up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Join your fingers together. Bring them to your face, your chin, your chest. Namaste everybody. Have a lovely day. See you next time.